Hello ladies and gentlemen, Yessik Ziiq here again today to bring you another episode of Let's Play Banished. Now you might wonder why am I on the starting screen, because from what I've heard, starting as the mountains is pretty much the hardest single option I could take. Like, I could go on to medium and that would be fine, I could set the weather conditions for slightly harsher and that'd be fine, but mountains are bullshit hard, and do you know, I agree with that. By the way, this is actually a village I built on my practice time. It's looking pretty nice if I do say so myself. Either way, that means I'm going to be starting a new game, and I'm going to be playing it really, really fast, or I'm going to try to at least. So I'm not going to put car starting conditions to easy, because that was somebody else playing on this file, and I never set anything to easy. But I do set my climate to mild. I will set it easier in every way other than actually saying easy. Disasters, of course, on. Haven't actually seen any yet, but that's alright. Terrain size large, yes. Terrain map, valleys and not mountains, and let's get going and see what is available. So the first thing I'm going to want to do is pause. Yeah, that's actually the first thing I'm going to want to do. Another important thing I learned is that you really, really have to keep your population up by building lots of houses, because if you don't, I forget what I was going to say next. Yeah. So that wasn't actually what I was going to say. If you don't, you will have this kind of baby boomer problem going on, where this is really nice actually. Look at this nice big space over here and more area to expand to over here, and a lake to cross over there where I can put like some forestry stuff. Oh, or maybe I'll actually expand the town over there and put the forestry stuff in here or something. Just planning out my course of action. You always want to place things very efficiently. Another thing I learned is that you really do not want to place what's it called next to each other. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Okay, either way, let's get started. First thing I'm going to need is 2 farms. So I'm going to start with just food production. Yes, I'm going to want a crop field. Let's have it start. How many spaces this is right here? Oh, whatever. Let's have it start right here. And I can make it 15 by 15 at its very largest. So one 15 by 15 crop field. And I'm going to populate those with the maximum amount of people, I think. And one more 15 by 15 crop field. It's going to take them a while to build these. So now I want to check what jobs they say I need. They're going to tell me at least 8 builders, huh? You know, I'm actually just going to throw everybody on the building group for now. And because I'm doing that, well, actually I need some laborers, so 8 people on the building group. And, you know, I'll let them deal with everything as it goes here. Let's also get the time open and fast forward a tiny bit. Only like 5 times speed here. I want to make sure that I am doing things as efficiently as possible. The laborers will actually bring things back to the stockpile. So there we go, I already have 1 crop. Potatoes and cabbage. I will start with potatoes, I will work that crop. I need 4 less builders now. But I need quite a few more farmers. 4 farmers actually. Now, generally I only keep 3 people per plot of land. And you know, I can probably do that right now. It did start out early spring, so I will indeed. Lovely. Everybody needs houses, but houses can be like the last thing I do. So that's 1 farm plot ready. Because they won't die of cold until the winter comes, and that's going to take a little while. I have 3 laborers at the moment. I should probably actually throw a couple of them on as builders here and start construction on a house or 2. Let's go ahead and start with a wooden house right here. I'm going to want paths in between things, so that's why I've left a little gap. Okay, just making sure that I've placed these correctly. So let's start by building 3 houses. I will build them all right here. I think I actually built these too far back, but that's alright. It won't take me long to actually get a road there. I don't quite like how I've done this, but you know, shit happens apparently. This one's building already, that one's building already. I have 6 out of 6 builders that I need. There's a second farm plot. Let's choose I chose potatoes there, so cabbage is here. Yes, I did. And then I will need 3 more farmers. So let's actually take away some of these construction workers and throw them on as farmers. Easiest way to get enough food to last through the first several years is to have 2 big farm plots and later 1 big orchard. Now there's lots of supplies for me to gather around here. Tons of lumber, trees, rocks, everything really. And I'm very, very happy about that. This is the most starting space I've ever had, but the least resources hanging out around me. So I think what I'm going to want to do is put like a forester and hunter over there, and then an herbalist possibly up north, and then I'll expand westward or eastward here is how I'm going to play this out. So I now need 4 builders. Yes, they are building houses rather efficiently, which I do appreciate, and I think I need at least 1 more, and that will definitely be going right there. Yeah, see, I built these one too far back, so now I have to build like really crappy roads. And another thing I try to focus on almost immediately is getting a school together. Get everybody in the school together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam. So everybody has a job. I'm also going to want to build a road that goes over here. And there's a huge reserve of stone over here too, which I am very happy to get a hold of. So let's first of all start by building a road. This road will start here, and it will go all the way down here. Yeah, I think that's where I wanted to go. That's going to take quite a while to build, but it is probably going to be worth it to get those hunters up. Hunters are very important because they give you leather, which you need to make clothes. So it's one of those things that I try to focus on pretty much immediately. Why are there so many people already, or homeless already? I usually only need 4 houses, maybe 5, in order to get everything working. Well, that happens. These crops are already starting to show a yield, which is good. I should probably turn on like the season indicator / this thing. Also, I had somebody tell me a tip. Let's keep the professions tab open. I will probably forget that and close them a lot, but that's alright. Only need 2 laborers now for that one house, which is perfectly alright. I will be building another house immediately after this. I have 2 paths backwards, which is good enough for me, especially since I won't be expanding northwards except for with the herbalist and maybe another hunter. The forester, they say they fixed the glitch where the forester doesn't allow the herbalist to harvest anything, but I had some problems on my other account with that, so I don't want to risk it. So let's go ahead and get my builder to build 1 more home. There we go. As you can see, these are a tiny bit too far back, but that is alright. Builders have or have not built this road. I can't actually tell at the moment. I think that is my reserve of firewood is low. So there's considerably more building to be done. Thy build be done on earth as it is in heaven, you know, like they say. Give us this build our daily bread and forgive us our build passes, as we forgive those who build on us. For 1 year I was in a Catholic school. I hated it. But because of it I know the Lord's Prayer, which to me just sounds too intense. Actually, all praying sounds too intense. It doesn't sound like you're giving thanks to me. It sounds like you're about to kill somebody. Which is why there's so many movies where people say, like, the Lord's Prayer and then kill somebody, I guess. But clearly I'm not the only one who thinks that. I also stopped building fishing docks as often. So, because they're not very... They're sustainable, but they don't produce much, and I don't want them. But the other thing I'm going to need is a resource production, a lumberjack. And by the way, lumberjacks are actually great for later on in the game when you want to trade. Lumberjack is actually going to be on the other side of the village. Probably just up front. I'm going to want 2 of them later. Like I said, I use them in order to get trade goods later on, as well mixed with 2 foresters. It does really well, 2 lumberjacks and 2 foresters. I'm a forester and I'm okay. I work all night and I sleep all day. So the great thing about having 2 farms and making those your only sources of food, or your consistent sources of food, is that it is very, very easy to have a lot of laborers clear out land during the winter and gather resources from nearby. So 58% yield, 57% yield. It is only early summer. I'm doing well so far. Somebody is already freezing. That is a bad sign. They might have some sort of disease or something. The reserve of food is... How are you eating so much food? Okay, so I'm low on food right now. People are going to start starving. I guess I should have had a hunter's cabin up by now, but that is alright. I have a lot of laborers going on, and to be honest, I should probably be using them in order to speed up the process of these farms. Yikes. I can actually have up to 6 people on each farm, So you can work them pretty damn fast. I'll stick with 3 though. And then I will follow this road and build myself... Here it is. First of all, a hunter and then a forester. Hunter first because now I'm very nervous about my food situation. So let's put the hunter there. Lovely. Again, kind of nervous about my food. I could harvest these right away. I'll probably harvest them the second I see somebody actually hungry, which will be bad for my health, but I think will be worth it. In total, in totes my goats, and I will actually assign 3 laborers just to here in order to build faster. Right now, building is the most important thing I can do. Later on, I'm going to assign some foresters in order to clear this whole area. Why are you so cold already? Who is freezing? So I have nobody working as a woodcutter right now. Very important to keep laborers, by the way, because they bring the supplies for the builders to build. The builders build, or the delvers delve, the masons built, I think is how it went. I don't know. There's a in Moria where shadows lie, or are. I forget that whole poem. But I can't be expected to remember every single Lord of the Rings poem, even though I actually remember most of them. Somebody is freezing to death and it is bothering me, or maybe they're not and it's just glitched out and staying there, because usually that would appear up here. I'm surprised nobody's starving to death yet. That seems like something that would be happening. Doesn't matter though, I'm still on 5 times speed, even though I probably should not be at this time. Another thing I'm going to want pretty instantly is to build a road. Build a rodeo. Build a road up here. And I think I build it to there, and then I start the bridge right here and build it up to there. Indeed. This takes a lot of supplies, but it's something you need to start doing pretty much right away, building bridges to get to other pieces of land, because this whole land is my land. I'm going to be using that for building and expanding, and I need somewhere to put herbalists and hunters. Herbal hunters. They hunt herbals. Yeah, I think I am having some sort of weird glitch where the food is going down super fast. Like, I recently had a population of 50 eat 9,000 food in one season. So somebody tell me if this is normal or not, because as you say, I just put 50 food there and it's gone. 120 food is gone. So we'll see how that turns out shortly, I guess. I do have a woodcutter working right now. I'm going to need a forester as well. This is not being built fast enough. Oh well. The road to it has been built, so it should speed up from there. I would usually build a stone road down there, but... Or are they building this first? Do I have enough logs for that? No, I do not. But I really need this hunter. Let's pause the bridge here. Oh, they already delivered all the logs. God damn it. Let's go ahead and tell the laborers to actually cut down some trees. Maybe just over here. Just because I desperately need some more logs at the moment. I need logs, motherfucker. All the kids looking up to me can suck my dick. Sorry, that's the what's her name rap. You know, the Natalie Portman. Natalie Portman did that rap on SNL. It was awesome. Didn't I tell you to pause? Apparently I didn't. That's alright though. This is also being built and it's in the building phase, so apparently I don't even need those more logs. I already have 16 adults, so I'm going to want that school pretty soon. Let's go ahead and put this school. It's going to be a town service. It's very important to be educated so that your current population can actually work at full efficiency. So the school can actually be facing this way. I like that it barely abuts the land in the back, or the lake in the back. And I like that I can easily put trading posts pretty much everywhere here. Lots of good things about what I'm doing right now. So I'm running low on logs, I'm running low on stone. There's lots of stone in this area. This is a really good start, and I'm surprised I managed to do so badly with it. Let's get 3 hunters right away. I might even put more hunters eventually. I do not need 6 builders anymore, so let's get some laborers going on. And what are these 2 builders doing? Oh yeah, they're building the school. I might actually need more builders than that because I'm also going to be building a forester around here. And he will forest this area because foresters don't only cut, they also plant trees. So let's go ahead and go back to production and make sure there is a forester. I think I just misplaced that forester. Oh, whatever. It's not too bad. There's still a road leading there, so I'm still pretty happy with it. I'm up to 1,400 food, which is great. That should definitely last me through one winter with such a small population. With such a small populace. The schoolhouse is almost done, then I can assign a teacher and actually have a lot of my children be students and be educated so they produce efficiently. And then all I need is to get myself an herbalist. And I'm actually going to decide where to place the herbalist and then make a road to it. So let's go back to production. It is late autumn already. It's just resource production. It's this flower here. I'm going to want this herbalist as far into the forest as possible. That should actually do the trick. There are some stones that I will be gathering there, but there's nothing else really. I will also make a road to the herbalist so I can get some fast transportation. And where is this herbalist? There it is. Actually, I want to go this way first and then up. Okay. Where's the herbalist? And then up. There we go. Did that properly. I did it proper, Ma. Some of these potatoes may die. Potatoes are pretty hardy, though, in real life, so maybe they won't, even though it is late autumn and they're not all harvested yet. It seems that some of the crop is actually dying, though. Maybe, maybe not. Late autumn, who knows. Generally, I try to keep 4 people on the farms, each farm, but it wasn't quite as possible this year because I needed so many builders and laborers and belaborers and belayers, on belay on. Actually, I fucked up. I was supposed to stop work on both of these sooner and start building. And then I can unassign the farmers, and I can get them to start clearing out this entire area around me. So let's go destruction tool. Just harvest everything, which is this tool right here. Yeah, that's just harvest everything around you. And look at all these resources that I'm going to harvest. I'm going to be set for next year if they manage to finish that, which they probably will. Not to mention I won't need all these builders constantly, so during the winter I'll be able to cycle them. It's still just late autumn, actually. It's just kind of cold for late autumn. I'll also have to be assigning an herbalist eventually, as well as some foresters. And I always like to max out the foresters because that will keep the cycle of firewood going. And going to keep at least 600 firewood here. Like I said, again, firewood is very good for trading. 625, and you can buy new seeds from traders. And keeping diversity in your crops is very important for keeping the health of your total population up. Also, I have to give a shout out to Trent again, who's like the ultimate commenter. Keeps telling me exactly what to do, the mechanics of the game, describing everything I need described to me in great detail. So another shout out to Trent for being pretty much the most helpful ever. Nobody's building the forester cabin, but I guess that's alright. They're probably all focusing on the road right now. Getting all of this harvested is very important, basically so I can see where I want to expand and I can do some city planning. Now, one thing that's important to remember is that most houses are in 4s, so if I want to build like a road system that has lots of houses, I should somehow make it a multiple of 4, including the gaps I want between the houses. Some other things are like 5 or 6 though, so I don't know. I guess I'll just improvise. And not to mention, I like that I have this huge stretch here with which I can build extra things, and I can get like another farming field going on down here. There's lots of good things going on for me here, is what I'm pretty much trying to say. All I really wanted to say. Another thing that I'm going to need sooner or later is a graveyard. Although later is probably the best option for that. I think there is lots of stone and iron here, yes indeed. Don't need as many builders anymore, and I have probably something else. Herbalist? No. Forester? No. What did I end up building? Oh, I built the school. I've clicked on it right now. My bad. I also have some kids growing up, so I have 7 laborers still. Oh no, that's not kids growing up. That's me unassigning builders. Which is also perfectly alright. I have plenty of stuff for my laborers to do. This is almost ready to be built. You actually need laborers in order to get all the supplies to the lodge. The builders will do it eventually, I think, but they take a long fucking time at it. And they really don't want to use this road. Maybe if I make it a stone road, they'll use it instead, but whatever. Wish it would path things slightly more efficiently for me, but I need the straight lines too, so I don't want to path things more efficiently. Mommy, I don't want to path more efficiently. Shut up, NPC, and do what you're told. I'm going to have a drink of my coffee while I switch to speed 10. Now, speed 10 takes a lot of pausing, especially because I reassign all my workers every season change, or every time there is a season change. It's late winter. It is starting to get fairly good weather. Let me see. Late winter. Come on. Spring? Spring? When is spring gonna spring, motherfucker? Okay, there we go. So then I assign both of these to be worked again. And all 6 farmers. I guess I could just take away all the workers, but I prefer having them stop just so I have the big yellow indicator to show me what I'm doing. So somehow my herbalist, or neither my herbalist nor my forester got built, but that's alright because I'm still gathering just resources from nearby. So I'm not in desperate need yet. By the way, other quick little bit of advice, if you have space that you don't know how to use, just build other stockpiles in them, because that is incredibly useful. 4 builders, 1 laborer, 6 farmers. Yeah, that's still pretty much all I need. Although they seem to be making pretty slow work of it. Okay, forester is done. I'll take away 2 of these builders. And actually, I'm going to leave the forester... I was going to say I was going to leave it empty for now, but instead I'm actually going to disable cut and enable... Work is disabled. I'm just going to enable plant so that he plants a bunch of stuff, because I'm going to be cutting down like all the trees in this area. The woodcutter doesn't have any more wood to work with, which is alright, I guess. And the farmers, builders... Once the farmers are done harvesting, I'm going to have lots of trees anyways. And once the builders are done building this, that's pretty much all I want them for. And then I can have them be laborers and cut down all this shit. Well, no, because I need 2 of them to be herbalists in order to increase the health. Herbalists are very, very important in this game. Just don't place them beside a forester. Some people say that's debunked, but like I said, I had issues with it. So I tend to believe that it is very, very bunked. It is as incredibly bunked as it can get. By the way, there are no plans for updates to this game, but he is planning on making a modding tool, so that there will probably be tons of mods in the future, which I will be very, very interested to play, because a more expansive version of this game does sound really goddamn nice. Let's go ahead. I can actually unassign the builders now. I have 2 herbalists assigned. And I'm pretty sure I'm still gathering resources from all around this place, singing We Will Rock You. But you're a young man, poor man, sitting on the street, gonna take on the world someday. You got mud on your face, big disgrace, kicking your I always forget the order of the words in that, so I sometimes fuck up the words. Which is alright. Got lots of potatoes going, got lots of food going. They're not eating it super, super fast anymore, but they are eating it just in time for breakfast. Well, they're probably eating breakfast anyways, I don't know. Really not much of a day-night cycle in this game. To be honest, what I'd like to see is kind of a slower moving but more intricate version of this game where there is like a day-night cycle and you have to organize the city pathing and other things, but, you know, that's probably going to happen anyway, so whatever. Yeah, whatever. I went down to the street and I saw Kiki, and she was all like, eh, and I was all like, yeah, whatever. So the next thing I should probably do is have a tailor or a blacksmith. Because you run out of, you actually run out of, what's it called, much faster than you run out of clothes. Tools. Yes, tools is what they're called. I don't have any builders right now, and to be honest, I'm kind of interested in leaving the laborers to do their thing, as well as opening this menu right here to see my resources. For now, I should probably cap this out at 300, because I'm using trees much faster than I'm getting rid of them. So as you can see, he's planting fairly well. I will actually assign more foresters as soon as I have more. He's actually reached his limit. Oh, I set it to 200. 300. 300 it is, not 200. I don't have builders. I need builders, but I need farmers too. So I'm gonna have to wait for all these to be harvested in order to keep on going here. Fortunately, they should probably be harvested by autumn, if I'm not mistaken. I'm also not entirely sure like how many logs turn into how much firewood. I'm assuming it's not a 1-to-1 ratio, but maybe. Where are all you guys going? There is nothing up here for you. What are, do you need herbs really badly? Is that what's going on? Weird. Okay, they're just harvesting, so I guess that's a thing. That just kind of weirded me out that that was happening. Again, I plan to make another farm field here eventually. Probably after everything has been harvested, or maybe next year. Or maybe an orchard instead. That is also a distinct possibility, although you cannot make orchards quite as big as you can crop fields, so it might screw with my symmetry. And I, more than anybody, really like good city planning, because I lived in a badly planned city and it was bullshit. Actually, I've lived in two badly. Actually, every city I've ever lived in has been badly planned. Cities should be organized from the start to... Oh shit, no! No! It's only late autumn. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna allow them to harvest what they can, but oh Jesus, it got to -3. Jesus, that is bad. Okay, should probably be assigning 4 farmers in this case. Fortunately, the cabbages seem to have done a bit better. I will stop working that. Unassign the farmers. Assign some builders finally. Oh, that is bad. That is bad. Am I on 10 times speed still? Yes, I am. Okay. I can unwork this field as well, unassign the farmers. They are now laborers. And I can assign them to be foresters. And as that, I can also get them to cut down trees as well as plant them. Fortunately, this is not the absolute best place for a forester, but foresters work pretty slow anyways, like all the production type things. So I'm not too disappointed. Are my builders actually building? Miner's mine, the delver's built. And am I actually done harvesting around this area? Thing is, I think I actually need more population in order to harvest properly. Or I need my builders to actually fucking work, motherfuckers! Okay, there we go. Blacksmith is being built. I do have lots of iron right now, so I should be able to build like up to 100 tools. Although I should probably save some iron, so I might max it out at 50 for now. As you can see, I'm running out of tools, I'm running out of clothes, I'm also going to need a tailor. So let's go ahead and actually plunk down a tailor here. That'll be under production again. And where do I want that? I think I actually want the tailor. Well, first of all, I want to find where the tailor is. It's under production, I even said so. I'm going to want the tailor over here, and I'm going to put a path in between these houses just so it's kind of evened up. That means I'm going to want more builders, and my builders seem to be fucking useless. I have so much iron. The stone reserve is low. I have you set to gather stone. Okay, I think what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to cancel removal in an area, like this whole area here, and then just start stone removal because I'm so low on stone. It is early spring already. That means I have to start working these fields. I'm going to need farmers. So I'm probably going to completely unassign the foresters during the winter for now. I only need 1 herbalist for now too. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm still building 2 places. This can pause for now, I think, is what I'm going to do there. And that should do the trick. Well, actually, I want 8 farmers. Okay, I'm going to unassign some of the hunters for now. And then I'm going to add 1 here and add 1 here. As the winters seem to be pretty harsh in my current climate, I need at least 4 farmers in order to work these fields. Should be good though. I have 3 students. They should be coming of age pretty soon and increasing my total population. my totes pops, as I like to call them, and I'm gonna keep like this whole area in between here clear and for farming. I think that's gonna be my strategy, my stratagem even. And, you know, I like my stratagems, and I cannot lie. You otherwise can't deny. When a stratagem walks in with an itty bitty waist and a round thing in your face, you get kind of sprung. I don't even know what that means. Well, I do know what that means, but I don't even know what I mean by saying that. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any goddamn sense. I might actually make a little a bigger stockpile back here. So let's say it always helps to have a super large stockpile. Let's make it here. So it can only be 10 times 10. So let's start it one further up. Actually, I might want the trade post. Now there's lots of room for a trade post. There is so much room for a trade post that you would not even believe, motherfucker. So let's do this right here. Stockpiles do not take any building time except for removing like some herbs or some objects. So now that that is almost built, I can almost go and unpause this guy. He wants 3 builders, might as well give him 3 builders for the cause. Can also go ahead and set the blacksmith to work. As you can see, I already ran out of tools, so I'm super happy that I actually did that. That I actually have the blacksmith working now, I should say. And I do have lots of iron, so should be fairly efficient. Woodcutter is not working right now because I have full fuel. Well, according to my current needs. You need a tool. There we go. Perfect timing on getting that blacksmith up, or else I could have been in a bit of a dire situation. So having 8 farmers should make this considerably faster to work. I'm super happy about that. I only have 1 herbalist right now, but I'm just going to get her to gather as much medicine as possible. Like, fuck the limit. Herb limit will be like 9. You could probably actually make a good trade situation have a good trade situation going on if you just had an herbalist or like several herbalists, because herbs do trade for quite a bit. Herbs and medicines. Tailor, I'm also going to need a worker. I can actually unassign my builders now. They're not doing anything. And assign one to be my tailor, and he can make some hide coats. I should have plenty of leather right now, so that is always good. And also coats make good trades as well. Let's actually go 100 coats maximum here. Yeah. Should probably set all my maximums really high. Like right now I have a maximum of 5,000 food. I don't want that. I want like 561,000 food. Now let's instead just go like 16,000 food here. That makes more sense. Don't want to be wasting too much of my time getting food when I don't need it. But one thing I will be needing is houses. Houses are a crime. Oh, houses are not a crime. Houses are nice. Nice, you might even say. I think my laborers might actually be done clearing some of this area. In that case, I'm actually going to go back to this removal tool here and start on a much wider swath of clearing. Lovely. This actually kind of reminds me of Evelyn. Or Evelyn. Yeah, kind of reminds me of a song I know. Went to a bar about an hour ago. Well, something about downtown hell anyways. I never remembered the order of the song Date Rape, which is actually one of my favorite songs. It is not a song encouraging date rape. It is very much the opposite of that, I would like to mention here. Really? You can't construct roads past trees and rocks? Oh, fuck no. Cancel the hell out of that. That'll be in destruction. Just cancel building this. I can't cancel that road? Remove structures? Oh, remove roads. Okay. There we go. Remove roads. Better. I'll have to actually wait for them to clear this area out before I can do anything with that. Fortunately, these should be gathered this season instead of fucking destroyed. I kind of even want to harvest them early, because it is making me really nervous. I'm also going to want my hunters back during the winter season. Fortunately, they are already harvesting the cabbage. The potatoes should be harvested soon. Apparently, potatoes do not do well with a cold winter, which sucks because they're all I got. I really wish there was more detailed tooltips on each individual plant, crop, everything. That's one thing I'd really like in this situation. I have 16 kids. I need more houses, and I cannot lie. Which should be easy once I actually... Well, I could just make them now, to be honest with you. Like, I could take this and retweet it. Put it here. So, let's see. 1, 4... This is 15. So, 12... So, I can have one gap between each house. And that will be the most efficient use of space that I can have. Why do I have a single builder? I don't even understand. So I'm going to have 3 more houses here. I'm eventually going to need more builders for them, maybe during the winter. Winter time and the living is real hard. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich and your mama's good looking. So hush, little baby, baby, don't you cry. Something like that. I'll assign 1 more hunter. Probably only need 1 laborer for now. Well, actually, I could use a lot more than 1 laborer. Let's just unassign that. And here comes that late autumn snow that I'm getting this in this game. Fortunately, I think I just managed to get all the potatoes. 1 house is already in the process of being built. I should have enough to actually build all these houses. And then I will have lots of children and probably the population that my total food production can currently support. Students or children, I think, take about 3 or 4 years to actually grow up, maybe even up to 6 years. But I am assuming I started with children of multiple ages. And I don't currently have enough to have 2 hunting groups. I do have quite a few hide coats. And are you still working? Yes, you are. Good, good. Just making sure. Do I have leather? Are you out of supplies? Now you're out of supplies. Let's get you off of work here and on to work as a hunter. I know there's a lot of pausing going on. I'm trying to make as much progress as possible. Give me a break. Now the Funk Soul Brother, which is probably why this episode is going to be longer than your average episode. So let's get 3 hunters here. Actually, let's increase the amount of... No, because you can only hunt animals that are in the area anyways. I think 3 hunters should be enough. Enough. Enough of where you once belonged. There we go. Have all my laborers being helpful right now. I also wish I could see where they were gathering if I like clicked on the laboring group. Fortunately, right now they're just getting a lot of everything, which I'm pretty happy about. But I think after they get a lot of everything there, I'm going to want them to get a lot of everything right here-ish. And this will be like my second little area. Maybe I'll put a market down there. And there's a lot of shit I could do. There be a lot of shit I could do. You can actually see where they're harvesting. If you zoom in, you can see all these little X's here. X's and O's, as the case may be. I didn't actually stop work here. I just unassigned it. Laborers are not taking these 2 baskets. Although that glitch that actually got people stuck before seems to be fixed. One thing I should probably do is go ahead and, it's late winter right now. Always have to keep track of the time. And build some roads. I like to use dirt roads within the city. They just don't waste very much space, and I like them. I can also build 1 patch of road there. And let's get some of that going on too. Some of that there action. That dare action. It's coming up, it's coming up, it's dare. If you know what I mean. There we go, and did I erase that road that I meant to build over there? That's alright, I guess. Probably actually need less builders now, so let's go ahead and open up this work menu, which I should actually be keeping open at all times. I have 4 farmers still fucking assigned? Oh, Jesus. That's why you should always stop work, just so you know. Now I have 8 laborers, which would have made this whole winter thing go much faster. This whole harvesting thing. Okay, now I almost have to work the fields again. I should actually probably assign it right now. Yeah, work. Work. And then I need all 8 laborers back. And probably to unassign some hunters. I'm still not managing to get many foresters, but right now I'm in a very resource-rich part of the game. So I'm pretty happy about how things are going. I should also put a hunter's cabin up there for later on. I could actually use more hunters right away. But I have a fair amount of coats. I have a fair amount of tools. Coats don't get used very fast. I'm hoping they can actually work this field. Are you guys working the field? You 3 seem to be working the field. I've heard there is a glitch where you can just have potatoes that prevent your field from ever being worked again. Reserve of firewood is low. I should probably... You're actually working right now. Shut up and do your job, motherfucker. Yeah, I have the feeling that I actually have that fucking glitch. So, the solution here may be to clear this entire area. And then restart a farm. Oops, I'm actually... Sorry, I did that wrong. So... Clear that area again. Because I just made a badly sized farm. And then start another farm. Sorry, I was kind of expecting it to line up with the road there. So now the builders actually have to remove some of this shit. It says I need 8 of them, but that seems highly unlikely to me. So hopefully that can get rid of these. Can I seriously not collect these baskets? And what are my builders doing? Okay, just a second. I think what I need to do here is cancel the removal of this whole fucking area. As they seem a bit too focused on it right now. Okay, there we go. Now this can be worked. Well, after I choose potatoes again. By 4 people. And it will be a bit late, so actually I'm going to work it with 5 people. I'm going to twerk it hard. Not builder. What I actually need is an extra farmer. Yes. I find that if you use the removal tool, people will often focus on removing too much, which is why I canceled it there. I'm actually going to remove this area here because I plan to build an orchard there pretty soon. Pretty shortly, I should say. Or maybe I shouldn't, I don't know. And again, I have made the mistake of closing all my tooltips, which I don't want to do. There we go. I have 1 laborer, I have 9 farmers. I'm really hoping this crop field works out. I almost feel like throwing another farmer there. Can't be unassigning my teacher, they're too important. What I could be doing is only building 2 of these houses at a time. That'd be kind of efficient. And what are they all doing going up to the herbalist? Are they all, like, horribly ill? I don't even understand, guys. Do you understand why they're doing that? Okay, now I only need 2 workers. So again, I'm actually going to increase the total amount of people that can work on this. And increase. Builders will keep doing what builders be doing. Tailor will keep working. Tailor, keep on working. Proud Mary, keep on twerking. Don't need either of those builders now. Unless they haven't built the roads yet. But they have built the roads, so fuck what I just said. Now, what I'm gonna want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I want a road. I want a rodeo. I want to host a rodeo in my house. Actually, that's very much a lie. I'm not a big fan of rodeos. I don't disapprove of them or anything. I'm just not a big fan. You got a problem? Need a builder in order to get those roads done. Even though it tells me I don't need one. And then I think what I want is an orchard. That does increase the number of farmers I need by a huge amount. Am I out of something here? Blacksmith? Notice no citizens are available to work. Well, I better set the tool amount to 100 here. That's actually my particular tool number. Meaning I am that much of a tool. I can unset the tailor because I'm out of supplies. I'll actually throw him in with the hunter because that sounds very useful. It's late summer. This is being harvested already. This is at 50% yield. I may actually harvest it after summer is over no matter what. Which I don't like the idea of, but I am stockpiling a fair amount of food anyways. So things could be worse. They couldn't be much worse, but they could be worse. Builder can probably be unassigned now. 3 laborers. And since I have 3 laborers, I will actually use the removal tool again. The removal tool usually does fuck me up entirely. I actually don't want to do that. I want to just do this instead. I want to make sure I do not cut into, their area. So, am I cutting into their area right now? No, I'm not. I'm doing a very good job of not cutting into their area. Lovely. So, I unpause there. I'm still on 10 times speed. I'm already on summer 4. It's early autumn. And I actually did get to 100%, so they are harvesting. And there are 6 farmers harvesting. Which should make for very, very fast harvesting. Or at least that's what I'm hoping for. I have 3 laborers. I can actually add another hunter now, as well as assign some foresters. Eventually, I will not need all 10 of these farmers here. Come on, don't frost on me now. Don't do it. Just don't. Probably has something to do with winter coming on. It's only early autumn now. You can get snow in autumn, I think, but it's not very likely. Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Harvest those potatoes now. Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Please harvest the potatoes. Okay, so I'm actually going to unwork this. And I'm really hoping somebody goes and picks up all those remaining potatoes. Then I will set this to 4 again, which is more reasonable. I can actually kind of assign foresters now. I can afford to. I can probably assign a second herbalist. I have a woodcutter. I don't have fishermen. I'm good with that. But I really need them to pick up these potatoes. Seriously, guys, what is your goddamn issue? Is it because I have you assigned to gather? I actually canceled that gathering, I think. Yes, I did. So maybe if I cancel the removal of all this, they will go and pick up those fucking potatoes? Oh, Jesus. Like, I'm not... There's a set priority button, but I don't know if it actually works for anything. So I'm going to set priority to here. My crops are my absolute priority. I'm going to unset all the farmers. I actually have maxed out everything right now. And because I have maxed out everything and a bunch of gatherers, I'm going to go ahead and build a hunter's hut. A hunter's cabin. And I'm going to build that in the wood. So, again, I like to have 2 hunter's cabin for every 1 tailor. I know that seems like a lot of hunters, but it is very useful. Let's go ahead and build that like in here, covering as much ground area as possible. And while I'm at it, I will also go ahead and build a road leading to it. Like that. Lovely. So it's only late autumn right now, which is ridiculous. I'm going to need to actually get some builders going on here. And that should get built really, really fast, given how much priority I have on it and how little I am doing right now. That road just got built already. My laborers should be working on that rather quickly. And now it's early winter. Jesus, I ended up getting a really, really cold season. Or, really, really cold seed. Just everything is super cold, and just in time for breakfast. Just have to wait for all of this to be gathered. And then I can start actually gathering resources from my general area, general vicinity. Need just a bit more stone. And then I am going to clear out this downwards area here. I'm going to do some downwards dogs, as it were. But that's not at all what I mean. So my firewood producer is maxed out. I'm actually going to set him to just make more firewood. Always more firewood. Again, 625 firewood is enough to trade for seeds, which I am going to be trying to do as soon as possible. As soon as possible, even. I don't even know. I don't even know what that means. Mang? What it means, mang? So this should be built rather quickly, and it is built. I can unassign the construction workers and now assign 6 hunters, which is fucking awesome. Nobody is currently working this, but they can. I want those 100 clothes. I want 100 acre woods clothes. I want 100 acre clothes, 100 acres of clothing. That seems unlikely. I'm also going to want to kill this area down here in order to harvest, or in order to get larger crops. Larger craps, as it were. Well, I don't really need craps, but I want them anyways. So let's remove some resources here. And this. Actually, I'm now going to cancel removal because 'tis the season. 'Tis the season to cancel removal. Oh, do I have all this fucking set as remove? Oh, Jesus. Oh, no, I'm doing the wrong thing. Cancel removal. There we go. I actually don't want to cancel that removal. What I do want to do is work both these fields. I will unassign two hunters, and that will, well, actually I'll unassign 4 hunters for the summer. That will give me enough laborers and farmers in order to actually do this. There we go. The jig is up. I hope anyways. I might actually assign more workers to the potatoes just on average, because the potatoes are making me nervous, which is not a sentence I ever thought I would say in real life, but sometimes you just have to get all nervous over potatoes. And I think this may be my last year that I play now. I'm not sure how far I got in my last game, but this episode is starting to drag on quite a bit. But I felt I owed it to you to get back to where I was in my previous game, in this game, and I think this is approximately where I was. Now, what I should do is actually build some more, well, build a market. Markets, I forget what they're good for. They're nice aesthetically, I guess. Maybe I won't build a market. Maybe I'll just have this as a residential area. But in that case, I need to start doing some counting. Let's actually get a... Pretend I'm putting a house down. So this is 15 again. So in 15, I can afford 3 houses with gaps. And that is what I'm going to want to do. So, how I'm going to do this is I'm going to build homes but have no builders. So, this is how you organize a village, motherfuckers. So, as you can see, I have a gap there, and then one more gap. I actually have 2 gaps. Oh, shit. Okay, so my calculations are not perfect, I will admit. But I'll do it like that. And then I will make some roads in between them. Maybe that's not what I want to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need 16 in order to do my other idea. Okay, so remove structures. I don't want any of these. What I do want is 2 houses and 2 homes. Are homes 4x4 exactly? Kind of. They're 4x4, but they need a road. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, did I even plant that right? I'm just trying to think of a good organizational structure right now. I'm going to remove this building as well. And just make sure everything's right by having it really zoomed up here. Okay, how I can get 16, which is what I want. I can actually start by having them back 1 and up at the very top here. And then a gap of 1 in between. And then I want 2 more. Now, what I'm going to want to do is build a road, a rhoda, that just extends by one here. And then this should, yeah, that should reach those. And then I'm going to want more roads that go here. So I'm going to build a whole neighborhood, and then I'm going to pause that neighborhood so it never gets built. That's what I'm doing, and then when I need it, it will build itself. Which is kind of cool, you got to admit. So now I'm going to want stone houses. Stone houses, I said. And I'm going to want them like this. And like this here, but reversed. And like this. And like this. And again. Like this. And like this. And like this. And like this. Do I have a gap in between those? Yes, okay. Lovely. Then I can finish off building the road. To be honest, I probably shouldn't have built any of these as wooden houses, and I might erase the first set. Yeah, that very well may happen. So let's go ahead and remove structures here. Because at this point I should really start building stone houses just so I can keep the warmth. I'll gather as much stone as possible, and maybe I'll even start a stone quarry. Oh, that is not what I wanted to do. Fuck. What I wanted to do was this right here. To be honest, I actually fucked this up quite a bit, but I can just put a road there and everyone will be happy, feeling glad, and have sunshine in a bag. So let's remove this. And then one more house. One house for your mind. Or something like that. Then road again. And then I will have a little residential neighborhood, and that will be built as it is needed by my population, or as I deem it's needed by the population. So for now I only want one of those completed. As you can see, every time I pause, the amount of builders I need is going down. Lovely. Unfortunately, I don't have any builders right now, so I'm not wasting any time. I probably should have actually done most of this unpaused, but I didn't want to waste too much of the year. Even though it is apparently the most wonderful time of it. Now, really, I maybe should not have the blacksmith working, and I should have him doing something else, because 100 tools is more than enough to last for a while, at least. And that will give me another laborer, who I'm currently using to clear this whole area here. And then the tailor is out of material, so I can actually use a couple of them in order to build one of these houses. And you know, I have a lot of stone right now. I will go and gather more stone, especially since there is such a huge supply just up here. But that can be done during the winter. And then by next spring, I will actually be done with this episode. Early summer right now, both the crops are doing fairly well. Potatoes take a longer time to grow, but I'm alright with that. The construction workers are kind of working on the wrong thing. Again, this is because the laborers are kind of being dickbags. Let's see if I can set priority. I just don't understand how the set priority works. So I'm going to increase priority in this area. Okay, that does actually work. The laborers are now coming to put things over here, which is good. Going to go transport their logs. So I've increased the total amount of firewood I can have. I've been getting lots of trees. I'm getting ready to have an actual trade economy going on, which I'm going to want pretty soon, and I'm going to want it like right here. Because I want it now. I want it now. Give me your heart and your soul, I think it is. And that would be under storage and market. Yeah. A merchant. A merchant has to be partially on the water, and merchant boats will come along and sell you shit. And I can put that right here, actually. Now this I will pause because I don't really have enough resources to build it right away. But I kind of want to start trading as quickly as possible. So this house is almost done. It just needs some building time. Building time. One last call for beer because it's building time. Good night. Oh, Jesus. I always crack my voice with that song because I think it's funny. And I know you guys probably don't and have heard it like a million times. And I've probably told you a million times that I will not do it again. Let's get 600 firewood in there. I know I keep increasing my firewood and that might seem ridiculous, but believe me, it is a good thing to have increased. And the more houses you have, the more kids you have, because the more sex that goes on. That being the case, I'm going to build another house. I have a lot of stone left. I can build another house. If I feel like it. This is actually done, so I can stop working that and instead have some laborers. And the laborers can go ahead and get some stone for me. Because what I really need now is stone. I don't want them focusing on anything else. I've got rhythm, I've got music. I don't really need any more of that shit, as the case may be. Eventually I'm going to need a quarry, and I'm probably going to build a mine into this mountain. A mine and quarry are very late game, but it's very important to have rocks in this game. So generally people will build it early game. Even where are you? Oh yeah, okay, I know where you're going. Never mind. For a second I had a bit of a freak out because my entire population was fucking off to the middle of nowhere. As sometimes happens. So I have a lot of laborers right now, but I need foresters and hunters more. I have a fair amount of clothes, but I need more clothes, so I will start up the tailor again. Probably best to always have the tailor working and to always have 6 hunters, to be honest with you, but I just don't have enough people right now. Lovely. All the stone is being gathered. Have plenty of iron. All I need right now, all I need is stone. All I need is stone. All I need is stone. Stone is all I really need. Something like that. So early winter has occurred. I am gathering all the stone I need in order to make this. And I think I will actually unpause that and even start construction on it. I only need 80 stone, and trading is so good. But I shouldn't unpause this. It is not time for trade. I need to expand my holdings first, have an orchard going on, which I can probably actually build right now. I'm going to have a fairly large population increase starting fairly soon. So let's go ahead and go orchard. As you can see, orchard can only be 15. It can be 15 by 15. Ah, cool. Okay, that's always good. What type of? Oh, I need to actually remove something before I can do that. Fortunately, I can use the set priority tool, and to increase the priority of removing something from here. Come on, guys, remove that tree. Motherfucker, go and remove that tree. Motherfucker, go. Yeah, there we go. You got it. I get pears. I think pears are actually fairly hardy compared to some other things. They recommend 3 people to work the orchard. I am fine with that. Orchards, once they grow, which takes about 3 years, can pretty much indefinitely supply you with... They supply you with food throughout the season instead of at the very end of a season. It is already late winter. I could probably even start growing crops now, but I'm enjoying what's going on, and I can build myself another house. Look at all that stone I have. I really want a population boom at this moment because I have the resources I need in order to have a lot of houses. In order to have a lot of population. Food is out of hand, lots of food. As you can see, already people have moved into these houses and had children. I've really got to wait. I've really got to look and make sure that spring does not sneak up on me. In which case I should probably stop fast forwarding, but still late winter. Just a really warm late winter. That's nice. I wish we had warm early spring. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Let's Play Banished. It was a bit of a long one, and I accomplished a lot, and I have more organized people than ever before. A quarry might actually go like in this corner or something. I don't know. It's always hard to place a quarry. I could just place a quarry like here-ish and destroy this road. And that, to be honest, probably wouldn't be a bad idea. It's kind of out of the way, but kind of also in the way, which is where I want the quarry. Before I leave, I'm just going to do a bit more organizational stuff and put a road here. Well, let's actually place these resource production things right away. So a quarry is fucking huge, but can actually be placed right on the outskirts of town. Considering I'm expanding this way, that's probably a really great place for the quarry. And this will be paused right away. I will have that when I want that. And then I'm also going to go ahead and place a mine. And the mine can actually hang out right here. I like this location for a mine because it is right near a stockpile. And I want it as far forward as possible. In my face, kind of. There we go. And that I will pause as well because I do not want to waste all the logs. And I think my village looks pretty good so far. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Let's Play... I already said this, but I'm going to say it again anyways. This episode of Let's Play Banished, I did well. I think my village is well organized. I think I can survive. I have a trading post ready. I have a mine and a quarry ready. And I am ready to see you guys next time. Bye.